In this tutorial I'll be showing you 4 different functions. The first function will enable your robot or your Python to spell your written words out loud. The second function will play existing sound music file that you have it already saved. The third function will play an existing video file. Same goes for the fourth function. But before explaining these lines of code that I've created, we need the first question is how to get this code, and you can get this code from my GitHub repository or branch. So this is it, robot voice and video. I'll make sure to upload a link down below so you can easily access this code through GitHub for sure. So here I'm importing those libraries. So what is this guy? It will automatically read your home username, example HomePy. So this is, in my case, this is the name of my user. It starts with home and then pi. It can be Mars Jupiter in your case. So I did this because it's pretty generic, because here I need to go to a file path. So it is pretty generic. So it depends. It is what I mean about generic. Well, I don't care what is the naming of your user name. It will automatically trace it, well, read it for me, and will make sure to trace it later on. So first function, as I said, it will spell your written words out loud. So this is the message you're passing here. G10, this 10 you can change it. It is the speed that the computer will read your message or your words. Here the gender, this is M. You can change it to F, so it's male, it becomes female. The tree is just the style. You can change it. You can try it at home. 2, 1. So try F1, maybe F2. You don't need to know this. This is the message that I'm passing here. Okay, and this is here I call it, and I play this sound, or I read the words out loud. Second function, it will play an existing music or recording file that you all have already saved. In my case, in documents I've saved those, so you need to make sure to save, well, to change this, because maybe it can be anywhere. It can be in your USB and so on. So make sure you have the correct path here, but you don't need to worry about your username. This is the beauty about having a generic home here. So in this function you have something called wait. If you set this at true, then it will wait until the voice is finished or the music is finished and won't execute any other line. Otherwise, if you set it at false, it won't wait and it will execute any other lines while your sound or your music is playing in the background. So that's the second function. Third function, as I said previously, it will play a video for you. Now the beauty about this function, it will play and exit once it's finished, and something more important, it won't execute any line unless the video is finished. So in that case, I'm using the VLC player here because I'm using my Raspberry Pi and I've installed Raspbian on it, and by default I have a VLC player on it, so it was interesting for me to use this. So the people who has Raspbian, you should have already VLC, so you shouldn't worry about this function. So I call the VLC, play and exit, and this is the path that I'm going in order to play the video that I've already saved in my documents. So make sure to modify this. It depends where you have it. So this is the file path and execution. This is another way I've wrote it also. You don't need it, you can use it. Just comment this out and comment this guy, it's the same. So the fourth function, it's also gonna play an existing video. And the difference about this function, it uses VLC, but it doesn't use the VLC terminal function. It uses something called XDG. In case you don't have VLC, it would be a good idea to use this guy. So but this function will open the video and it will wait this long. So let me elaborate this again. Once your video is started to play, it won't execute any other line during this time. So your video is, let's say, is 30 seconds, and you set this time to be equal to 3. After 3 seconds, while your video is playing, it will start to execute any other line of code. So this is the reason behind having this parameter here. So again, my videos are saved in documents. You need to change this. It depends where you saved your files. And the thing about this function, it will open and leave your video interface open. It won't close it. So you can choose which function fits with your project. So you have two options. So this is where I enter some word. I call the first function. So the robot should speak, "Thank you, please like and subscribe to my channel," as it is. First function. Second function, I have already a recorded sound in a WAV format. Make sure it is a WAV format. True, I want it to wait, so it won't execute this line unless the voice is finished. Then it will execute this line, "Hello YouTube." Print, it's just a printout. Now video, I'm gonna choose the first player. It will play a video that is saved in my documents. And I'll try also this guy, which will play which will execute this line of code, "Print hello," after 3 seconds that the video was already played. Yeah, so it's gonna play the video, and right after 3 seconds, while it's playing, it's gonna execute this line. So let's try it. Now this code is in my Raspberry Pi, so I'm going into my Raspberry Pi. This is where it is, documents. This is where I have my voice. This is where I have my video. So let's open a terminal and let's go to my documents, and let's run the script, which is robot voice and video.py. So actually, let's see the script in parallel, then if it's possible, but the video will be full screened once it plays, so it's not gonna be easy to show you in parallel what's happening. So let's start.
And you please like and subscribe to my channel.
Hello, Professor. Welcome to Quasar Dome.
This is a voice that I've recorded. As you can see, this is not executed. Now it's executed and the video starts. Actually, this is a project for my observatory lab where I have a telescope, so it's just a startup project. So I made it short just for this tutorial. So as you can see, the video was open and it closed. Now let's try the second video function, and let's remove this guy. So after 5 seconds it will print out. You won't be able to see this, it's on the terminal because the video will be.
And you please like and subscribe to my channel.
Hello, Professor. Welcome to Quasar Dome. I am an artificial intelligent humanoid created by Diabetes. I will be assisting you during the night sky observation.
As I've mentioned, for this function, it will leave the video interface open. It won't close it. Actually, it closed it for some reason, and the reason is because I didn't save it. So let's save it actually. So I was still on my first I was calling the first video function.
Thank you. Please like and subscribe to my channel.
Hello, Professor. Welcome to Quasar Dome. I am an artificial intelligent humanoid created by Abaddis. I will be assisting you during the night sky observation.
So the video should stay open now. As you can see, the interface is still open, so I need to close it manually. So this is it regarding the force functions. Now there's something that will enable you to change my code if you need to change. For example, let me show you this thing, which is if you go to VLC help. If you've been wondering how I got this, for example, how I know that this guy play and exit will play it and exit once the video is finished. Actually, I got all this stuff from here, so you have plenty of functionalities that you can use. So where is the play and exit? I got it somewhere from here. Yeah, this is it. So you can use this guy, play and stop, start pause, and so on. There are many functionalities. You can change the resolution here, so it's interesting to have many functionalities. Same goes, you can change many stuff in the audio, and there's something related also to the video. You can make it full screen. Now in my case, how I did it full screen, I didn't use full screen here. So look what I did actually. I've did it actually manually. So this is VLC player. You go to view and full screen interface. If you click on minimal interface, then you're gonna have a small window that will play, small interface that will play your video. So this is it. I hope you like this tutorial. I hope you liked my functions that I wrote, and I hope it will help for your projects. So thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for other new upcoming tutorials.
Thank you. Please like and subscribe to my channel.